What's good, YouTube world? This is the Kid DC Wrestling back once again with another video. It is time for your preview and predictions for AEW's next pay-per-view event, AEW's Full Gear, November 19th, 2022, Newark, New Jersey, which is next week. And with most of the card pretty much filled up here, I was like, let me go ahead and do these prediction videos. You feel me? So hope you guys enjoyed this video, but let's not waste any time. Let's get straight to it because again, one of the things about AEW is, man, these shows are really long and these matches are there's a lot of matches for these shows, man. Like we got about 8, 9 matches here. So that's why I said let's not waste the time. Let's get to it. So, anyways, overall should be a good show. We're gonna kick things off with two former best friends. Now, I guess you can say they are bitter enemies at this point. Jungle Boy, Jack Perry versus Luchasaurus in a steel cage match. That's how personal these two are now. Um, yeah, man, I think this should be a really good match between the two guys. I do see them some way or another getting Jungle Boy the win here. I just feel like, you got it. This is one of those matches where the baby faces go over here. But who knows? Luchasaurus could get the win. But as far as this prediction video goes, I am predicting that Jungle Boy gets the win over Luchasaurus. Maybe he can climb the cage. That way, Luchasaurus doesn't look bad in defeat. You know what I'm saying? A tag team match playa. Jeff Jarrett, the last outlaw, and Jay Lethal taking on Sting and Darby Allin. We haven't seen Sting in a while, so it's good to see him back. This should be a solid one here, man. I know everyone's still tripping off the Jeff Jarrett's in AEW. It's pretty crazy to me, man. Never thought that he would show up in the company, you know what I'm saying? But I do think they're going to give the win here to Darby Allin and his cool uncle Sting. Again, this is the type of tag team match where the baby faces go over. You know what I'm saying? And with Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal, I don't really know what you do with the win over Sting and Darby Allin. No offense to Sting and Darby Allin. I'm just saying. But I do think Sting and Darby Allin are going to get the win, though. But it should be a good way to end this feud. I think this might be the end of their feud. I don't know. I may be wrong, but we'll see. Okay, so after that, we got the AEW World Championship Eliminator Tournament Final. Now, I am recording this on a Saturday. I believe last night on Rampage, Ricky Starks and Lance were supposed to face each other, but the match got canceled. So I don't know what they're going to do about that. I still think it's going to be Ethan Page and Ricky Starks in the finals. And I think Ricky Starks might get the win. I think Ricky Starks might get the win, man, because judging how this main event goes, they might very well do that. Have Ricky Starks go over, man, because that dude and the man who might win this main event, imagine their program together, man. It should be some good stuff right there, leading up to winter is coming. So I think Ricky Starks is gonna win it all. Him and Ethan Page gonna be in the finals. Should be a good one, but I got Ricky Starks in the end winning. All right, so another singles match, man. Before we get into the title matches here, we got the return. Well, technically the AEW in-ring debut, but the return, like her pro wrestling return match, Saraya, Paige, whatever you want to call her, but it is Saraya versus Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. They got to give Saraya the win here, man. Like, if Britt Baker wins here, I would. I honestly don't know how I would feel about that. I actually would be like, why? Because you're gonna have Saraya in her first match back lose to Britt. Her first match back, like it's obviously when you make you've been out in the ring, like how long Paige has been gone? Like she's been gone for quite some time now. So she comes back in her first match back, she loses to Britt. Like, come on, man. I don't know people gonna be like, but Britt's the upcoming star. Man, what? Come on. So Saraya's gonna win this match, man. Hopefully nothing bad happens because again, this is her first match back, so we don't know. There might be some ring rust, obviously, that there should be. Their build up hasn't been the best. I did think their in ring mic work they did on Dynamite was really good, but Outside of that, I felt like their build-up has just been low-key weak. Then again, really the pretty much outside of the main event, the build-up towards this show is kind of hasn't been the best in my opinion. But again, it's just my opinion. So all you AEW Colts out there can chill. So y'all be tripping when we be calling out AEW when they don't do right in our opinion, and then y'all be like, oh, you wrong for that. Like, anyways, let's move on, man. We have the AEW TBS Championship, Jade Cargill versus Nyla Rose. I've been saying with the way things are going, I had that feeling that Nyla Rose is gonna win, but now I'm really thinking that they're gonna give the win to Jade Cargill, which is like, well, that should let you know right there who's the Roman Reigns of the women's division. Y'all want to talk about how Roman don't got nobody to the throne. I don't think they got really no one for Jade Cargill to the throne. Well, Chris Statlander, but she's injured. Um, yeah, their little storyline has been, you know, obviously Nyla trying to take the title, so Jay's gonna get that title back. She's gonna beat Nyla Rose and win the TBS title. Retain the TBS title. Excuse me. Okay, so we have the another women's match. This is for the interim AEW Women's World Championship. These two women here, their little story being told. They were actually former best friends. Now, obviously, they don't like each other. Toni Storm versus Jamie Hayter. And, you know, I feel kind of wrong for saying that Jamie Hayter's going to win. And the reason why I say that, because no matter who wins here, this reign will not be officially announced. You know what I'm saying? Toni Storm, and this is why this whole interim title is bullshit. Excuse my French, but it's true, because you got stuff like Toni Storm, who should just be AEW Women's World Champ. Like, just vacate the title. Thunder Rose is gonna be gone for months. You know what I'm saying? Just vacate the title, man. But I think they're gonna give Jamie Hayter the win here, man. I really do. And it's like, but even if, again, no matter who wins, it's not gonna be announced. Like, she's not gonna be the real champ until freaking, you know, Tony Thunder Rosa comes back. So actually, let me turn that around. I think Toni Storm is gonna retain her title. So sorry, Jamie Hayter fans. I'm predicting that is the end game they want to do. Toni Storm versus Thunder Rosa for the title versus title. I just feel like that will be the route they might go. Jamie Hayter, you know, I hate saying it, but she's gonna have to take the back burner on this one, you know. All right, so we got the four-way. I don't even know why this match is on the pay-per-view, if I'm being honest with you. A four-way dance for the Ring of Honor World Championship. Chris Jericho, Bryan Danielson, Claudio Castagnoli, Sammy Guevara. Until Ring of Honor gets a TV deal, most of the shit they really do, I mean, it's just that, you know. Bryan Danielson and Claudio, it's pretty much, it's four guys who are in a group, two guys who are in one group, two guys are in another group, and they're all fighting each other for a Ring of Honor World Championship. I mean, people are saying Danielson is gonna win the title. I don't really see it. I think Jericho's gonna retain. The Ocho, I should say, it's gonna retain. I don't want Jericho throwing a fireball in my eye. Um, but yeah, I mean, this should be a good match. But like, again, the Ring of Honor stuff, it's like they gotta get a TV deal. Like, they keep saying we're getting one. It's like, come on, are you really, like, what network is gonna pick up Ring of Honor? You know what I'm saying? They really should have just brought the library, if I'm being honest with you. But hey, they got their final battle pay per view coming up, so we'll see how that goes. But then again, that show might not have no build, because I don't want to turn this into a Ring of Honor rant. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to turn this into me hating on Ring of Honor. This is about AEW Full Gear. So the Ocho retains the title, I feel like. All right, so we got, again, there's a lot of matches here. We got the AEW World Tag Team title match playa between the Acclaim versus Swerve and Our Glory. I think the Acclaim retain the titles here. They might even have Swerve Strickland turn on Keith Lee here. I mean, the dude's already a heel at this point, and there's really nothing else you can do with Swerve and Our Glory, because they lose to the Acclaim. Like, they're done for. They lost. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, there's really nothing else you can do. They're obviously setting up the Acclaim and FTR. So you might as well just have Swerve just say, F it, I'm going to turn on Keith Lee. I'm going to turn on this on this big dude. You know what I'm saying? But the Acclaim retain their titles. It should be a okay one here. And what will be the main event? The AEW World Championship match playa. This will be a Jon Moxley versus Maxwell Jacob Friedman MJF. I don't know, and I don't see how you end a pay-per-view with Jon Moxley. I just can't really imagine, unless Tony Khan really hates Maxwell. I just don't see Jon Moxley hitting the paradigm shift on Maxwell and getting the 1, 2, 3. I just don't see it happening. Your hottest act in your company right now, like the biggest thing you got in your company right now, is a 20-something-year-old man. Jon Moxley is not even, and no offense to the guy, you know what I'm saying, but he's not even supposed to be AEW World Champion. That man was supposed to be off in Tahiti right now, smoking some champagne with Renee. Accept the facts. Let's be real. So I just don't see a scenario where Moxley retains the title here. Now with Maxwell, you see that option, but it's how he wins it. They've been teasing it for weeks now that MJF is a babyface now. He's a good guy. And the story they're doing here is that Maxwell wants to beat Moxley clean. He said, firm, I don't want you here. Stokely, get your boys out of here. I don't want you here. I don't want no one here. I need to beat Jon Moxley. I need to beat him by myself. But you could have that scenario, and I feel like MJF, man, because that dude, he's the devil himself. He is the devil himself. And the greatest trick that the devil has ever pulled was convincing the world that he didn't exist. MJF is the devil himself. He is convincing the world. He is convincing the AEW faithful that, yeah, I'm this good guy. I'm fighting the establishment. And the only way I see that is if JF. Now, he might beat Jon Moxley clean, but in the end, I still don't see MJF fully turning babyface. I think this is all a ruse. MJF might cheat, and there's so many scenarios where that could happen. You could have the firm get involved, which would be kind of stupid. But there is one scenario I can see here. I'm trying to hurry up because we're getting pretty long here. They could have William Regal. William Regal could turn on Jon Moxley and side with MJF. That could happen. That could happen. Or MJF just cheats and wins and turns heel. It's like, haha, I got you all. But the William Regal one, with their story, I don't know, man. This is why I say this is really the big match on the show, because there's so much could happen. There's so many scenarios, and again, MJF winning, it has to happen. The fact that this dude is 26 years old, coming out of New York, and he's your best thing going on in the company. That says a lot. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I think MJF wins. I think Regal might turn on him. I do think in the end MJF just shows that, hey, I'm still the devil. I'm the bad guy. I'm the devil himself. Come on now. So yeah, that has been my AEW's Full Gear preview and predictions. I apologize for this being 13 minutes long, but hey, you guys gotta understand this match got 8 matches here, man, and I didn't really want to speed through this, like a speed run. You feel me? So I just wanted to break down the best way I can, and I think I did a really good job at that. But make sure you like, you comment, and you subscribe this for this video, and all the videos, all that good stuff. I will see you guys later, and I really appreciate you. If you were able to stick through this time, I'll put in the times. I'll make sure to put in the timestamp so you don't have to, if you don't want to watch the full video, you can just click on a certain, prediction one. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video, man. This has been the Kid DC Wrestling, and so yeah.